First, a disclosure. I'm a nerd, and every so often something really bad happens in the world, like the earthquake in Haiti or 9/11, and then I find myself wondering what it would truly be like if there were living, breathing superheroes in the world. Now, on a day like this one, there is no doubt in my mind that every superhero in existence, including Godzilla, they'd be off in Japan rescuing people, helping the wounded, and above all else, doing something about those nuclear reactors in Japan that are on the verge of melting down. Because, baby, if there were ever an event that required the intervention of a Superman, this is it. Now, my guess is that the Man of Steel would just swoop down from above, dig beneath those reactors, and remove them entirely from the Earth, and then fly them into the sun. And then he'd return home to Earth, where he'd face cheers from the Japanese people and lawsuits from every corporate or government body which could think of a way to squeeze a buck out of his Kryptonian wallet, because that's the way we treat our heroes. When our soldiers return home from war, we pat them on the back, hold a parade, and then stick them with the cost of their long-term medical care. And when the emergency responders who survived the catastrophe that was 9/11, when they needed help to cover their medical bills, Congress had to literally be shamed into scraping up the money to do it. No, heroes in our society are only rarely adequately thanked or compensated for what they do to save people and make the world a better place. Unless, of course, you're a sports hero with an agent who's getting 10%. But then take, for example, the film which won Best Picture this year, The King's Speech, or as I think it might otherwise have been called, The King's Speech Teacher. In his hour of need, a hero arose who gave King George the tools he needed to lead his nation in their hour of greatest peril. Yes, a teacher. Now go look up the definition of hero, and you'll find that they are individuals who are admired or idealized for courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities. And I'm sure that if you looked around for a bit in a state like, say, Wisconsin, you'd find more than a few teachers working in the public schools who more than adequately embody those heroic characteristics. But rather than being rewarded or just even appreciated for what they do in shaping the minds and character of our children, they were instead slapped down last week by the governor and legislators of their states as greedy, lazy, and unpatriotic individuals living off the public dole. So until a rocket ship carrying a baby from the doomed planet Krypton comes crashing into the Earth, we're going to have to make do with the homegrown heroes we raise here ourselves. Like, for instance, the teachers who devoted their lives to teaching and training all the heroic scientists and engineers now working to stave off a nuclear disaster in Japan. And I'm sure that while they're helping to shape and direct the lives of our future heroes, our teachers would do a much better job if we just didn't kick them while they were trying to work.